Hi class. Well, it was really good work today. Sorry I didn't give you a break after 1 hour. So next week, 1 hour, we'll stop, coffee, come back and do some more work. So I was looking at the homework I'm going to send you for next week, and it's getting harder. So let me bring it up so we can look at it together and see how we can handle it. So the first part was just on page 103 here. We didn't quite finish today on this part here talking about you. So next week we'll just do this part 2, talking about you. Put the verbs in the present perfect simple or continuous or past simple. So we've got the first one here. How long you, in brackets, come to this school. So we've got to use the word come, but we've got to use it in either the present perfect simple, continuous, or past simple. So if I look at that sentence, I think the best way would be, how long have you been coming to this school? How long have you been coming to this school? So I'm using the word come and I'm changing it into coming. So have a look at number 2, number 3, and number 4 and see what sort of sentence you can turn it into. So that first one, how long have you been coming to this school? What sort of tense is it? Was that present perfect simple, continuous, or the past simple? I think it was the present perfect simple, because it's talking about in the past, you came to this school. Now, still coming to this school. So it's the past and the present together. So finish number 2, number 3, and number 4. We'll have a look at that next week. Right, so the new homework I'm sending you. It's all about what have they been doing. So we've got all these pictures of people here who have been doing things. And we've got in the box, we've got things that go with because. So we're going to use the word because to make a sentence. So having a look at this first one here. So this man, look, he looks really hot, doesn't he? Sweat coming off his face. He's going because he's been running. So that was him before. That's somebody else running. So he's hot because he's been running. So have a look at the next one, B. So he's outside, he's in the garden. I can see here there's a spade for digging, and look what he's doing to his back, and have a look at his face. I think his back is hurting. So his back hurts because he's been working in the garden. He's been digging. Yeah, okay. Number C. This woman here, paint. Got paint all over her clothes. So having a look over here. Oh yeah, paint on her clothes. So see if you can make a sentence using paint on her clothes and because. Number D. Okay, so this man looks quite dirty. There's a car there. So having a look at his hands. Dirty hands, yeah. Because, see if you can make a sentence. So sentence for each of those. We'll have a look at that next week. Then we'll look at part 4. Complete these sentences in the present perfect simple about some people in the exercise. Okay, so still looking at these people. He run 5 miles. Miles is a distance measure they use in Britain. In New Zealand, we use kilometers. In Britain, they use miles. So we're going to use the word run, and we're going to use the present perfect simple, PPS. What do you think? Run. What about he has run 5 miles? Yeah, I think that works. Have a look at number 2, 3, 4, 5. Use the word spend and make a present perfect simple sentence for each of those. Next part, getting information. Now this part, I'm going to send you the same story about Steven Spielberg, but some people will have set A and some people will have part B. And so each of you will have a different piece of information. So if you have a look here, Steven Spielberg was born in ... where? That's student A. Student B, Steven Spielberg was born in Ohio. So student B knows, student A doesn't know. So student A needs to make a question sentence using where. So here, where was Steven Spielberg born? Student A asks, student B answers, he was born in Ohio, because student B has the answer. This part, student B has the question. So he is one of the most successful filmmakers of the late 20th century, and in his career he has earned how much? Okay, question, how much has he earned? Over here, student A has the answer. In his career, he has earned millions of dollars. Question, how much has he earned? Student A answers, millions of dollars. So I'm going to send you the rest of the story, and student A will have some answers, student B will have the other answers. Next week, we will practice in the breakout rooms asking and answering to find all the answers to this. Okay, so that's page 104. Then we'll look at page 105. So, vocabulary word formation. These words appear in the last few units. Complete the charts and mark the stress. Okay, so this is quite tricky, I thought. I had to think quite hard to figure the answers out. So, if we have the noun, death, what's the verb? Die. Okay. How about this? The noun waste, what's the verb? Here we've got the verb believe. What's the noun? And here we have the verb advertise. What's the noun? So you have to write in the noun. Over this side, we have nouns and adjectives. So the noun is death. What's the adjective? So I wrote it down because I had to think quite hard. Noun, death, adjective, dead. D-E-A-D, dead. Okay, so this one, honest, the adjective, what's the noun? So write in your answers and we'll check next week. Next part, complete the sentences with a word from exercise 1. So we're going to use a word from here, down here. Me, that you'll always love me. So a word from here that would go here. So I think actually this one would work well. Promise. Promise me that you'll always love me. Okay, so we'll use promise here. Number 2, he was taken to hospital by ambulance, but he was on arrival. Have a look. Find a word that would go in there nicely. Next week, we'll check. Same for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whew, still going. Adverbs. Complete the sentences with the adverbs. So these adverbs, mainly, possibly, really, nearly. Are you going out? I don't know yet. So what would go in there? Are you going out? Mainly, I don't know yet. Possibly, I don't know yet. Really, I don't know yet. Nearly, I don't know yet. What do you think would be the best one to put in there? So put in your answers, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll check next week. We're going to do that same thing with these ones. Seriously, exactly, carefully, fluently. So you might need a dictionary to check the meanings, and then see where they're going to fit in these sentences. Right, the last thing we're going to look at in class next week is I'm going to give you a test. So I think I'll probably give you this for homework, and yes, I will give it to you for homework because I'm going to send it to you now. So what I want you to do is try to do this yourself. Don't get somebody to help you. You can use a dictionary, you can use the internet to help, but just see if you can do it on your own. And then when you've finished, send me your answers and I'll mark it and send it back to you. So you can, when you've finished, you can either, if you have a scanner, you can scan it and send it to me. If you just have a phone, take a photo of your answer, of the pages, send me the pages, and I'll answer them. So what I want to do is I want to move on soon to intermediate level because you're all getting really good at English. But I just want to check that everybody has understood all the work we've been doing. So each week for a few weeks, I'm going to give you a test just to see if you understand these parts. And it might show me, oh, we need to do a bit more work on tenses, or we need to do a bit more work on expressions of quantity. If lots of people get this wrong, then I'll know, okay, we need to do more work here. Okay, so help me by doing this test, and then we'll know if everybody's ready to move to intermediate, or we need to do a bit more work first. Right, I'll stop sharing. Okay, I've talked a lot, but I hope that helps you to do the homework. I'll send it to you soon. Bye.